briefly, Judge, before we do the plea.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me just get us on Zoom. Okay. I mean, on YouTube. Okay. There we are. Okay. Mr. Priest, you want to put something on the record before we go on take a plea on your client, Oscar Cejudo, and cause number 731-763. What do you want to
If
put on
I
the record?
could, if I could put it on the record, but I think we may need him here, Judge.
Okay. Then just tell me generally, what do you want to put on the record?
He's on parole, Judge. I just need to put on the
Okay.
record that
Okay.
he
That's fine.
understands have a negative impact on his parole.
We can do that while we're doing the plea. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Can we get Mr. Cejudo?
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Cejudo, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. Let's see. Okay, do you see the screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is your name Oscar Cejudo? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Oscar Cejudo who in this cause number 731-763, who's charged with the offense of driving while licensed as enhanced case? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
This makes it a Class B because it's enhanced, and it's possible in your case that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you're charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking now on my screen at a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video that you signed and that your attorney signed. When you signed this document, you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do it in open court. Is that correct? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm looking at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed this document, and so is your attorney. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes.
Did he explain this document to you?
Yes.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm also told by your attorney that he wants to put something on the record. So would you like to do that, Mr. Priest?
Yes, Your Honor. In conferring with Mr. Cejudo, he's expressed to me that he is currently on parole. He's expressed to me that the only violations are regarding this case. I have advised him, I don't represent him on any parole matter. I have advised him that entering a plea on this case could and likely would have a negative impact on his parole status. We discussed this approximately a week ago when I visited him at the jail. Since that time, he's had an opportunity to think about what he wants to do, talk to his family, talk to parole, and it's my understanding that he is satisfied or has had an opportunity to think about what he wants to do, and is it's his desire to proceed with the plea today. Is that correct, Mr. Cejudo?
Yes, sir. May I also say something?
Sure.
Your Honor, when this happened, I was on parole and I was on GPS monitor, so I was going to work. I wasn't out just driving around doing anything.
Okay, so that's a defense. That's not neither here nor there now. If you want to plead guilty, if you keep talking, you're going to ruin the plea, and I won't be able to take your plea.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir.
Now, so do you still want to plead?
No, sir.
Do you still want to enter a plea in this case? Do you
No,
want
sir.
to do the time served today?
I want to do what me and my attorney talked about, sir.
So what the judge is asking you is, do you want to proceed today, and do you want to enter the plea or do you want to accept the plea bargain of the time served?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, I want to do that.
Okay. So then, are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking now at a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You've signed it, and so is your attorney. When you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain for me and you follow that plea bargain, Judge, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
So then, to the offense of driving while licensed and as an enhanced case, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And do you understand that on a plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you to enter this plea?
No.
Besides the plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, has anyone promised you anything in order to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Okay. And you understand you have a parole hold waiting out there. This plea of no contest could screw you up with your parole and you could be revoked on this plea. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you still want to go ahead and do this, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Then the court, having heard you plead no contest, well, I will accept that plea no contest. If they're plea bargain in this case, and what is it?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for a $0 fine, court costs, 8 days, Bear County, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. And if the court is satisfied, we ask the judge of the court, we ask the court for a judgment satisfied on this case, Your Honor.
Okay. And is there any other case holding them?
Not that I'm aware of, other than the parole hold, Judge.
What is the parole hold going to hold him here on this thing if he enters a plea for time served?
That's my understanding, Judge.
Okay. You understand that, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the court, having heard that plea of no contest, on the plea the court finds you guilty, I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 8 days in the Bear County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. The judgment is satisfied. So as far as this case is concerned, sir, this case no longer holds you. The only thing holding you now is possibly that parole hold. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you,
Priest, you
Judge.
can be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Good luck, Oscar.
Okay.
Right, Jim, Jim Moltersdorf, are you ready? You got an offer on Robert James?
Sarah, I must have one. They sent me the discovery, so I'm gonna assume I do.
It's a
Okay.
JSAT.
Yeah. So,
It's a JSAT, Jim. Okay, I'm sending you to room 3 to talk to your client, okay? I mean,
Okay.
room 1, I'm sorry, room 1. There you go, Jim.
Okay.
All right,
Miss-
Richard, you
Mr.
ready on
Garcia,
Vasquez?
You've got 2 cases on my screen. Are you pleading on both cases? Richard? Or not?
Judge, I think earlier, he did say yes when Terry asked him.
He did? He's going to plead on
Yes.
both those cases? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You got both documents there, Judge? Okay.
Yeah, I do have both documents. We just need
Okay.
Richard now if he's,
Richard? Richard? Okay. Let me see. Let me call him, Judge. See if he answers my call.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
There
there he is. Okay. A little casual today, Richard. Okay.
I'm sorry, Judge. I
I
don't
just
have my
give you a hard
backpack
time,
on.
man. But we're live on Zoom, on Zoom, so I just want you to know you're showing your hair chest to millions of people on the Zoom thing. All right, Mr. Vasquez,
Yes, sir.
can you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear the testimony that you are about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So I hope you got it.
Yes, sir. I swear.
Thank you. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay, and let me open up one of your cases here. Okay, is your name, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Is your name Gabriel Vasquez?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Gabriel Vasquez when this cause number 733-356
Yes, sir.
and in cause number 733-357 and those 2 cause numbers who stands charged with the offense of terroristic threats? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
These 2 cases are Class A misdemeanors. It's possible in each one of these cases that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 1 year in jail. And in addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $4,000.
Judge, I
Yes.
apologize. The cause number 7333356. I believe it's a, oh, yeah, no, yeah, it is an A. I apologize, but it was originally a B, but I just wanted to make sure. that
Okay,
it-
so they
I
are
just
both
wanted-
A's?
Correct, yes.
Okay,
Sorry about
all right, so are you, sir, the same person who in cause number, these two cause numbers, 733-356 and 357, are these two cause numbers who's charged with the offense of terroristic threats? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
And you understand both these cases are Class A misdemeanors. I've given you the range of punishment on a Class A misdemeanor. And you understand that range of punishment applies to both those cases.
Yes, sir.
So you understand what you're charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your two cases, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm looking now at a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video that you filed in both cases. You've signed it in both cases, and so is your attorney. When you signed this document, you told me it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do this in open court. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking now at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you filed this in both cases. You have signed it in both cases, and so is your attorney. Did you go over these documents in both cases with your attorney?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did he explain them to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, let me sign this. Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, sir, I am.
I'm now looking at a document that you entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You have filed this in both cases. You have signed it in both cases, and so is your attorney. And when you filed these documents, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes plea bargains for me in these cases, if you follow those plea bargains, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
So then, to the offense of in cause number 733-356, to the offense of terroristic threats, how do you plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, sir.
And then cause number 733-357, and that cause number, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, sir.
And you understand that on pleas of no contest, the court can still find you guilty.
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you to enter these pleas?
No, sir.
Besides the plea bargains that your lawyer got for you, besides those, has anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
No, sir.
You're entering your pleas of your own free will.
Yes, sir.
Is there a plea bargain? Can I ask the state to please recite it if there is?
Yes, Judge, it's for a $0 fine, court costs, 22 days Bear County, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and that's for cause number 733-356, as well as 733-357, and the state asks that judgment be satisfied.
Is that your understanding of the plea bargain in these cases, Mr. Garcia?
They are, Your Honor.
Do you agree to this, Mr. Vasquez?
Yes, sir, I do.
And Mr. Vasquez, I'm going to do these one at a time. And cause number 733-356, where you're charged with terroristic threats. In that case, the court, having heard you plead no contest, on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 22 days in the Bear County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. The judgment is satisfied.
May I ask how long I have to pay this fine?
It runs concurrent, so you won't have to pay it.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Okay, you're going to be out of jail today sometime. All right, you won't have to worry about paying the fine.
Have
Hold
another,
on, I got to sign another piece of paper. Just give me a minute, or you could end up being in jail longer if I screw up this paperwork. Okay, so just bear with me and be quiet for just a minute.
Yes,
Now
sir.
let me find the other case, 57. Okay. All right, now in cause number 733-357, where you charge of terroristic threats, the court, having heard you plead no contest in that case, on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 22 days in the Bexar County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. Judgment is satisfied. All right. Now, if these are the only cases holding you, if these are the only two cases holding you, you should be released sometime today. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, sir. Take care. All right. And thank you, Richard. Good to see you.
Thank you, Rich.
Likewise, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
That's okay, no, it happens.
Jim, are you ready on Mr. James?
He does, seriously, he does. So,
Yes, Terry, James and James are both ready.
All right,
Okay. I'm looking for Robert James on my screen. I found him. So we need to get Robert James in front of the auxiliary court bench, please.
Oh, you can go back?
Yeah, you can go back.
Okay, cool.
Cejudo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert James. Mr. James, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir.
Put your hand down, sir. I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay, do you see the screen?
Sir.
Is your name Robert James?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Robert James who in this cause number 733-438, who's charged with the offense of criminal mischief of something having a value between $107 and $50? Is that you?
Sir.
This case is a Class B misdemeanor, and it's possible in your case that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you are charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir.
Looking now at a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Plead by Video that you have signed and that your attorney signed. When you signed this document, you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do it in open court. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'm now looking at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed it and your attorney has signed it. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did your attorney explain it to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. Let me sign this document. Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, sir.
I'm now looking at a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You have signed it, and so is your attorney. When you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain agreement for me with the prosecutor, if you follow that plea bargain, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So then, to the offense of criminal mischief as a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And do you understand that on a plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty?
Yes.
Has anybody forced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Besides the plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, besides that, anyone promised you anything in order to get you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you doing this plea of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Is there a plea bargain? Can I ask the state to please recite that there is?
Yes, Judge, it's for a $0 fine, court costs, 21 days, Bexar County, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and if it pleases the court, the state asks that judgment be satisfied.
Is that your understanding of the plea bargain in this case, Mr. Oldesdorf?
Yes, Your Honor.
You agree to this, Mr. James?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. James, the court, having heard you plead no contest on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 21 days in the Bexar County Jail. I gave you credit for time served, time and money run concurrent. The judgment is satisfied. If this is the only case holding you, then you should be released sometime today, okay? Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
And Mr. Oldersdorf, you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank-
Appreciate the help.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. I don't know where he's from. I didn't go.
All right, Judge, Mr. Ortiz should be ready on Tracy's step now, right?
That's correct.
Mr.
We're
Ortiz?
ready, Ms. Alcantara.
Also,
Okay.
Judge, I have not heard from Taylor Montgomery, Judge. He
Okay.
did not do his paperwork, and I can't get a hold of him. Do you want me to pass this case on to somebody else?
If you can find someone that'll take it, yes.
All right, Judge.
Okay. With the way things are working, we may have to like have them work while we're doing the PR bonds. And I'm sorry,
yeah.
that's gonna hold the court reporter and the
He's gonna
probation
have to wait.
officer. I'm sorry, guys. Okay,
Not a problem, Judge, not a problem.
let's see. So now who am I looking for? Mr. Ortiz's case, which is Stabenow. Okay. I'll pull that up on my screen. Can I have Mr. Stabenow in front of the auxiliary court bench, please?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Stabenow, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Put your hand down.
Sir.
I'm about to share my screen with you. Do you see the screen?
Yes, I do.
Is your name Tracy Stabenow?
Yes, sir, it is.
Are you the same Tracy Stabenow who in this cause number 733-150 who was charged with the offense of criminal mischief of something having a value between $100 and $750? Is that you?
Yes, sir, it is.
This case is a Class A. I thought it was a Class B misdemeanor, not an A.
According to my file, Your Honor, because of the amount of damages alleged, it made it a Class A, but I could be wrong on that.
Mr. Sandoval, what does your file show you? If it's 100 to 750, it's a B. If it's 750 above, it's an A. So
Yes, I'm sorry, Judge, it is a Class A.
it is a Class A. Okay, so you're charged with criminal mischief of something having a value between $750 and $2,500. That's a Class A misdemeanor, and it's possible in your case that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 1 year in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $4,000. Do you understand what you're charged with, ma'am, and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir, I am.
I'm looking now at a document on my screen that's entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video. You've signed it and your attorney signed it. When you signed this document, you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do this in open court. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking now at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed it and your attorney has signed it. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did your attorney explain it to you?
Yes, sir, he did.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, hold on. Let me sign this document. Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, sir, I am.
I'm now looking at a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. And you have signed it and your attorney has signed it. When you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain agreement for me with the prosecutor, if you follow that plea bargain, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
So then, to the offense of criminal mischief as Class A misdemeanor, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, sir.
And do you understand that on the plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty?
Yes, sir, I know that.
Has anybody forced you to enter this plea?
No, sir, they have not.
Besides the plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, besides that, anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
No, sir, they have not.
You're doing this of your own free will.
Yes, sir, I am.
Is there a plea bargain? Could I ask the state to please recite it if there is?
Yes, Your Honor, it's for a $0 fine, court costs, 25 days, Bear County, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. And if it pleases the court, the state asks that judgment be satisfied.
That's your understanding of the plea bargain, Mr. Ortiz?
Your Honor, that's exactly my understanding of the agreement.
Do you agree to this, Ms. Stabenow?
Yes, sir, I do. Thank you.
Okay, then, Ms. Stabenow, the court having heard you plead no contest, on that plea, the court does find you guilty. I do follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 25 days in the Bexar County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money run concurrent. Judgment is satisfied. If this is the only case holding you, ma'am, then you should be released sometime today. All right?
All right, thank you.
Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Ortiz, thank you for helping us out today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Alcantara. Thank you, Mr. Sandoval.
thank you.
Everyone, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Ortiz.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Have a good day. Let's see, Mr. Sandoval, I'm moving you to, go ahead and move back to room 6 with Jim Altersdorf. He is now the attorney of record on Christopher Harmon.
Okay?
Where is Jim? Where is Jim?
I'm
There he
right
is.
here. I was gonna go do the vouchers, but I can do this first.
Okay, yes, just, yeah,
Uh,
get the
yeah.
offer from him and
Gotcha.
then,
And then
like you said,
maybe I'll pay you, maybe I won't. I don't know. It just depends how I feel.
just
Okay?
depends.
Joking. I'm on YouTube. I'm joking. Okay. Let's see. So then I'm going to take us off YouTube if we can do these bonds while we're
Right.
waiting on this
Karen-
Altersdorf.
Karen Corby is here, Judge, and Sonia is here, Judge.
Okay, let me first of all take
Go
us
ahead,
off
go ahead.